Writing songs by yourself is a great thing. And it's, just to give you a little background here, I wrote songs from 1972 to 1985. I wrote songs by myself. I wrote about 10 songs a year. They were all about me. They were all in first person. Never had to ask me what was going on in my life. You could just hear my latest song. And there's nothing wrong with that, in the sense that it's a great place to start, but I've learned that it's not a great place to stop. That there's a lot more to write about than just what happens in your little world. And in terms of linking this to co-writing, I will say that collaboration has really opened up my world to a whole lot of other ways people think, their things that happen in their life, and that writing with different people has enabled me to take the constant in the equation is me, but to take me and put me paired with all these different people. I happen to be pretty good at being a chameleon, I guess you'd call it, meaning that I can write with a lot of different kinds of people and I enjoy it. And some of the people I look at that I write with, they could never even be in the same room with each other. There are some people I write with, this person and that person. Somehow I can enjoy spending a day with both of those people, but if you took both of those people and put them in a room together, woo! You know, it just wouldn't work. So for some people, the kind of person they can co-write with is going to be a smaller window than what it is for me. But I want to start this conversation off by saying that co-writing can really open up your world, both musically, lyrically, in the kind of sense of taking it from what you always do and adding a little bit of what you always do to what this other person does. And if both people are open to it, a co-written song can be an amazing hybrid that represents both people. Like, here's the best thing that can happen when you co-write a song with somebody. You finish the song and both people love it. This is the ideal. They both love it and they both recognize that there's a little bit of you in that, there's a little bit of me in that, and there's no way I could have written that without you. It's a hybrid. And yet it's a good hybrid. You know, it's like you're both proud of it as writers. I've written with over 250 people now. When I started going to Nashville in 1985, everyone in Nashville writes songs with each other. I mean, it's just the way of the world. People, 2 people, 3 people, usually 2, but sometimes even more. And at first it was like, how do you do that? I mean, I thought it was crazy, I gotta tell you. I always wrote songs by myself. My process was really personal. And then I tried it. And I have to tell you, the results have not always been good. You know, the notion of making a date for Tuesday afternoon or a date for 1:30 today with David Wilcox here. I'm like, what if I don't feel like writing? But I would also say to you, adding a bit of discipline into your writing, whether it's co-writing or by yourself, I think is a really cool thing to do. So I do it in the form of co-writing. I make about 50 to 80 dates a year where I get together with somebody and we sit in a room for 4, 5, 6, 8 hours in a stretch and write songs together.